Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be your weekly twin flame reading from the 14th through the 21st. I do apologize, this is coming out just a day late, but I do hope you guys forgive me. So we've got a lot of interesting energies going on, and the two most important events this week, especially for my twin flames, is Mercury retrograde and the new moon in Libra. We still have the backdrop of Mars retrograding until November 14th. So as you guys already know and have heard me say a million times, we're receiving upgrades and processing for the masculine collective, Aries people or Aries natives. And then also within our own action, sexuality, and karmic blueprint are also receiving these upgrades. And Mars is square Saturn and Pluto, so we're going to see, or we may feel, some challenges. We might feel as if outer progress is blocked, and we might be experiencing conflicts in our connection with others. We also have a lot of misunderstandings, okay, or there's a possibility for misunderstandings. The Sun in Libra with Mars retrograding, we see a challenge happening due to opposing perspectives. You just simply might not be seeing things the same way that your person is, okay? And it's really important that you don't just try to keep pushing your agenda or your perspective, okay? It's important that we work to see things from a higher perspective, and we work to see the highest potential and the solutions, okay? And how do we do that? We need to focus on what benefits both parties, okay? And this is what's going to unlock the situation, okay? And there's that Libran energy, trying to see things from both perspectives for a solution for both parties involved. Now, this is a challenging process, okay? And we have to remember that it's a cosmic redirect and refinement process, and processes don't happen overnight, and they're designed to help us in the long run, okay? So to find solutions, you need to take action and shift your state. So what does this mean? We need to come into alignment. We cannot fake this, okay? When you're matched with unity and love, it will happen. If it's not happening, your alignment is off. Energy work and inner healing are what is needed for us, you guys, to come into alignment. All right. And again, alignment is not something you can fake or you can wish. You have to do it. You have to do the energy work. We also have a powerful opposition between Venus and Neptune retrograde, which may create like a sense of confusion, fogginess. But we also have heightened spiritual experiences and twin flame dreams. So meeting in the dream space, downloading messages from your twin while you're dreaming. But the challenge here is that there are a lot of illusions that are involved. And with all these illusions, there may be something that isn't as you would have wanted it, or you might have a fear that things won't work out the way you are hoping they will. Neptune retrograde is showing us these false limiting beliefs that we have about love, okay? And especially when we have Venus in the perfectionist, judgment-prone Virgo, a sign of Virgo at the moment, okay? So feelings like love hurts or men always cheat, the idea that twin flames are never really good life partners, or it's always, a journey of suffering. Okay, these types of feelings or programming or thoughts might arise. Okay, and if you're feeling bad during this period, it's Neptune basically working to show you the lies and the illusions that have built up in your system. All right, so a lot of us are going to be triggered by old issues, and we're really being called to sit with them. Okay, don't freak out. It's time to clear those things and free yourself and dissolve them for once and for all. So it's really important that we consider how many years that we've been alive, right? Because each time we go through a retrograde period, it can be frustrating. We think, wow, I'm awakened, I'm in this heightened state, I'm raising my vibration, I'm healing, I've cleared, why aren't things happening for me? But we really do have to consider a lot of different factors. And first of all, how many years have we been alive? all right, and absorbing issues, programming, beliefs in the human world, all right. But then we also have ancestral patterns that we're dealing with, and we're healing, and we're clearing. So it's important that we go easy on ourselves and we understand this process. You guys are going to know when it's gone for good, certain things that trigger you, because you won't be triggered by them anymore. Okay, and I'm going to repeat that because it's important. You know when these patterns, these beliefs, these issues are gone for good, because you simply won't be triggered by them anymore. Now, on the 13th, Mercury went retrograde in Scorpio, and there's forming an opposition with Neptune in retrograde, so it's really important that we have new ways of thinking. It's necessary. We might see that we are the ones who put ourselves in a self-made prison, okay? And so we're only stuck, you guys, when we start believing it, all right? Stagnation and repeating cycles aren't going to serve anyone, okay? So the universe right now, and with these retrogrades, is really pushing us to break free, all right? If you go deeper into your intuition and you really trust your heart, okay, you're going to cruise through these sort of somewhat challenging and difficult time periods with ease and with grace. It's important you operate from your soul, your deeper authentic self. And it's really interesting because how challenging retrogrades are for you say a lot about how far awakened and how vibrational you really are. Okay? So Scorpio rules the unconscious, secrets, life, death, transformation, and our sexuality. So we need to also take a look back at last fall when Mercury was retrograding in Scorpio as well, because there may be recurring themes that are being brought up to us again this year. Mercury retrograde, as you guys know, is often known as the bad boy of the zodiac, but it can really be a blessing. It's offering us a time to cleanse and uplift our hidden beliefs and our perceptions about intimacy, power, and sex. So we're definitely going to be receiving new information or communication, maybe from someone from the past, maybe during our dreams, maybe in our downloads, that's going to show up to help us realize that maybe we were looking at a situation from the wrong side or from the wrong angle. So it's really important that you guys, that we're open to new shifts, and we're really willing to completely rethink our situation. We also have on the 16th the new moon in Libra, so I'm going to urge you guys to check out, and I'm going to link your new moon readings for each sign to this video, which is going to allow us, this new moon in Libra, to release conflicts between you and your twin. It's really important that you try to put yourself in their shoes. This Libran energy, again, is about seeing things from your partner's perspective, your twin's perspective. It's important that you reopen the bond between your two hearts, that you clear out the fear that's been keeping one or both of you from feeling safe to open up to one another. New moons are an amazing time to set your intentions. So with this new moon, there's going to be a focus on new beginnings. And with the energy of Libra, this new beginnings in relationships and finding balance and synthesizing opposites. This new moon is going to bring you a really strong and beautiful desire to merge. And this can be an amazing time to experience complete unity with your twin in the spiritual planes. So you guys, this is really powerful stuff. This is a really powerful time for twins. Toward the end of the week, Mercury is going to move past, so it's retrograding, but it's going to move past the asteroid of Juno, which is the asteroid of marriage and soulmate relationships. And we're being shown here that you are already married to your twin flame, and you guys are eternally united. So this is going to be really key for many of you, because when you focus on this unity, when you focus on being eternally united, and you recognize and you feel that you are already married to your twin flame, that's when you're going to bring it into the physical. Focus on union, not the absence of it, and you'll lift into a higher state and feel more supported and loved than ever. And you guys, that's what we want, right? That's what we want. Uranus retrograde is in opposition to Mercury retrograde. So it's telling you to go within, try something different. Some of you may think love isn't there, but it really, really is. And your heart knows the way. So make sure that you're open and you listen to it. Okay? All right, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this reading. I'm going to ask that you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment and share, ring that notification bell. Again, if you like the decks that I'm using, I have them in the description box, along with ways that you can get a private reading too. All right, so let's do this. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear for my twin flames this week. We're going to start with some oracle cards, and then we're going to clarify with the tarot and get some additional messages. All right. You guys, I'm going to read your energy on the left, your twin's energy on the right, and then the energy that's between you. At any point in time, feel free to swap the energies that I'm picking up on. Look at that. And so we've got divine masculine popping out. Okay. Again, divine masculine doesn't have to be gender. What's between you guys? Solitude. Okay, and you get mourning. Okay, interesting. So I really do, you know, the divine feminine has been holding space for the masculine while the masculine energies are going through this rebirth, this transformation. Look at that. You get twin flame. Oh, you guys. But the feminine I can see here is really yearning. This is that feeling, that desire to merge that I was talking about in the introduction. Wishing that the masculine were there, wishing for unity. But remember, you guys, it is all about alignment. So what's going on between the both of you, though, is solitude, that you're dealing with this in your own ways. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the divine masculine here, you guys. Just so much contemplation here with the divine masculine and solitude. The divine masculine may not know how to move forward right now. Okay, Two of Cups in reverse. The Hanged Man. Yeah, wow. This is like major contemplation here. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we get the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. What I see going on here, you guys, with the divine masculine is the Two of Cups in reverse. That, you know, there is this sense of separation. Okay. This is a divine partnership. The divine masculine understands this and feels this. But right now, the divine masculine, it cannot come forward because of this transformation, this death, and this rebirth process. We have this new perspective showing up in the Hanged Man card, the energy of Pisces, that, you know, the divine masculine is pulling back in order to get a new perspective on how the divine masculine views progress, sexuality, intimacy, and union. Okay, because this is a major paradigm shift, you know, especially for men out there, but especially for Aries natives and the masculine twin. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing, is about taking care of one another. The divine masculine is, I feel like, has pulled back not only to get a new perspective, but because he also knows that he needs to take care of himself before he has anything to offer the divine feminine. Okay, so it's like he's really working on himself. He's understanding this process. I know the divine feminine here is yearning, is longing, is in this sort of state of mourning, wishing that the masculine were there. And I'm sort of seeing a switch from last week, because last week the feminine was really stepping up. She was, understanding her role of coming front and center and holding space for the masculine while he goes through this process. But, I am getting here that the divine masculine understands that the divine feminine is waiting. And the divine feminine is almost, I'm feeling like, starting to get a little bit anxious because it's taking some time right now. All right, but the Three of Wands in reverse takes me back to the Two of Wands, where there's this union. So the divine feminine, there's like advice in these cards from the masculine that, that union, you are eternally in union, you are married already. So focusing on that and trying not to focus on the absence, because I feel like that's what's happening with the divine feminine, that this is a process that needs to take place. Remember, what is yours cannot be taken from you. The masculine needs to work on nurturing himself, figuring things out, okay? He may be working overtime to do this, to get a new perspective, okay? And to come into union. Now, the divine feminine, we have the sun. Look at that. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, she knows what she wants. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So look at this beautiful energy on the divine feminine. So we have the Sun card coming out, Leo energy. And look at the divine feminine giving her heart to the divine masculine, just sending her love. She's optimistic. She's feeling it, okay? She's feeling that there's illumination and growth. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is the divine feminine wanting stability, wanting her forever after with the divine masculine. And this is where I'm getting this sense of anxiety, because in one respect, this, the divine feminine is waiting on a message of love, waiting for signs and synchronicities, starting to doubt what she knows. Okay, starting to doubt what she knows. And I'm really picking up on there's, the divine feminine is starting to depart from that inner knowing that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to, that there is union, that you are eternally married, okay, that this achievement, this is already yours. But that, I feel like the amount of, like, it was cool for a period of time, and now the divine feminine is starting to slip into that sort of worst case scenario thinking, okay? And we see that here with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that, not everything isn't coming together the way the divine feminine wanted. The divine feminine almost had this sort of conditional idea, of how long this would take. And some of us are getting, I'm getting this tick-tock, this, I can't wait this long. Why is it taking so long? And starting to, allow doubt to creep in. Okay. But again, it's really important that, that you do the alignment, that you do the energy work, especially for my feminines out there, that you focus on the fact that this is yours. Okay. This connection is eternal. This marriage has already taken place. Okay. So what's going on between you? We have the King of Swords. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Wow. All right. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And we have the Five of Swords. Yeah. So what I'm picking up here with the Five of Swords energy, you guys. Oh, look at that. And we get the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, somebody here is, and I feel like this is, both parties are feeling like somehow this connection has gotten away from them, or somehow this connection isn't going to come in. And this is, if you listen to the introduction, this is the energy that we need to get out of, okay? We need to get out of this worst case scenario thinking. Remember that we have Venus in Virgo right now. And the Venus in Virgo is really prone to judgment and sort of nitpicking, and also this worrying. And this is what I'm getting, that this worrying is really, really exhausting. With the King of Swords and the King of Wands energy, I'm getting here that I'm getting here that this is more than anything, it's that masculine energy. The masculine is starting to, with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, is understanding that there's a lot of work that needs to be done that he hadn't been doing before. And so that the feminine has already sort of gone through this process, all right, and is holding space and waiting for the masculine. Okay, but the masculine is sitting here, look, standing in front of this pyre, looking at what it is he needs to release, looking at this rebirth and this transformation. And he's looking at it from two ways. He's looking at it through the mental body, and then also passionately understanding what needs to be burnt away. And he's understanding that, you know, it's like, I feel like he doesn't want to draw the divine feminine in or towards him because he doesn't want her to get burned. It's like he's not ready yet. Okay, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like a sense of, you know, it takes us to the Seven of Pentacles, which is patience, which is, this is a process. This is, again, when we look at the Seven of Pentacles in the Tarot, it's a farmer looking at what, you know, what he has learned and how he can take what he's learned and change that and change his future. But he's really, really engulfed in the process, okay, of this transformation. The Five of Swords is, you know, the masculine winning at all costs, understanding that this is a process that he has to go through on his own. Okay, and it's also the need to sort of cut away any of the distractions while he sort of gets to the heart of the matter as he's going through this transformation, as he's receiving this different perspective. Okay, so, you know, with these two kings showing up, again, it is all about the masculine here. Okay, and, you know, mind games and control, it's like the masculine, I feel like, doesn't know exactly what to believe. And I feel like if we really try to push, if the divine feminine tries too hard to push for union in the 3D, the masculine is going to reject or is going to run. Okay, because this process isn't quite complete yet. Okay, he's still in the middle of it. And so I'm really getting that the feminine needs to understand or go back into the energy of the Sun, of the Ten of Pentacles, of the Page of Cups. Remember that this love is not going to be taken away, is not going to lose momentum during this process. So the best thing that the divine feminine can do is to work on coming into alignment herself, being happy herself, meeting in the dream space, remembering that you are one eternal flame. Okay, you are one eternal flame. Underneath that, we have this card of reversible. Okay, this separation, okay, is reversible. And I feel like that's what the divine feminine needs to hear. Okay, and it's important that we don't get stuck and we don't go into, you know, worst case scenario thinking. Yeah, and that this time apart is essential, especially right now for the divine masculine to suss out how he's feeling, what he's going through. Okay, it's no easy task. And I love this, the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles, because it is about this connection. The divine feminine knows deep down, okay, that there's illumination, there's growth, there's coming together, that, there will be this stability within this connection. All right, you get palm tree, as I say, that stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. All right, we get axe, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay, so I do feel like in this reading that my feminine energies out there are almost, are starting to slip into this feeling of abandonment, starting to worry because I feel like it's taking too long. It's not shaping up the way that, that we or she thinks it will. But you're being asked here to allow the time and the space for the divine masculine to become more stable, to become more secure. Okay, this is a permanent love. There is growth here, but we do have to endure these, these challenging cycles, these difficulties. Okay. Now we get keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So again, I feel like the divine feminine may very well be starting to go through this energy of, what is the masculine doing? Is the masculine with somebody else? Am I confused about if this is my twin or not? Okay, am I just being strung along here? Is everything I'm hearing total BS? Okay, the divine feminine might also be looking elsewhere, may have many different options in a way to sort of to quiet, the noise. All right, and Spirit saying it's so important here that you align with your heart. You let your heart lead the way here. Okay. We have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Okay, so again, I'm getting here the importance of working through any issues of codependency. Neptune can really highlight this. One or both parties might be chained to something, but I really do feel like it's the masculine here who's taking this time out to work through any of these negative patterns, trying to, and with Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, this is what it's all about. Okay, it's about working through your obsessions on both sides. It's about, reworking how we view love. Okay, because one or both of you may have a very possessive nature, may lose yourselves in love. And it's important that this block is finally healed and cleared. Remember in the introduction, I was talking about being triggered. And when we finally heal and clear these triggers and we look at Mercury retrograde as a true blessing, we won't be triggered by these things anymore. And that's what's going on. And I'm feeling like the divine masculine is starting to recognize this, starting to recognize how many triggers he actually has, and is very, very committed, even if it may be difficult to be in separation, to do that, because he knows that that's the best thing he can do for unity. Okay, and we get stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. So again, I feel like the divine feminine is working through these feelings of insecurity. Okay, working through feelings of insecurity. That I feel like both parties here in this reading, need to really focus on themselves, need to really align themselves, really need to focus on, on refilling their cup. Some of you guys, this is a union in the 3D, and you guys are currently in separation. And I feel like at the beginning, the divine feminine was feeling like, I've got this, I understand what's going on. But with more of the passage of time, is starting to fall into this sort of worst case scenario thinking, and Spirit saying, no, we need to stop this. You cannot allow this to happen. Okay, you need to work on you. Remember, as within, so without. Okay, and if you focus on love and you focus on this union that has already taken place, that's what's going to bring it to you quicker in the 3D. But not focusing on the negativity, not focusing on the absence, because again, that's what I'm seeing here with the divine feminine, really mourning, focusing on the absence of the masculine, and she's starting to spin out a little bit. Okay, so let's get some different messages here for my twin flames this week. All right, we get, I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. Okay, so again, the divine masculine, I feel, is feeling, regret, is feeling sorrow about the way things went down. Okay, and for many of you, this is a relationship here this lifetime in the 3D. Okay, and he's regretting it. He's reviewing, okay, like what needs to be changed. He feels bad about it, but he knows that, he knows this in this Queen of Pentacles energy, he's got to heal as well. Okay, that he doesn't have the energy to take care of somebody else until he takes care of himself. All right, we get the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So some of you guys may have gone through a separation. For a select few of you, I'm getting that the divine feminine in the absence, okay, in the absence, in waiting, may have had many different options. Okay, and the divine feminine may be feeling remorse or may be feeling guilty about, may feel like that she's stabbed the divine masculine in the back by being with somebody else. Okay, now feel free to swap those energies, but I am picking up on a few of my divine feminines, got tired of waiting, saw that things weren't coming together, may have started something new with somebody else, but may also, feel as though, at the same time that they're not loyal. Okay, but spirit wants you to know that during this separation, it's okay. Okay, like it's unnecessary to beat yourself up about that. Okay, now obviously if you guys were in union, you were in a committed relationship, and there was a third party situation, I'm not saying that that's carte blanche, you get a free pass, that's okay. But what I'm picking up with the divine feminine was more in after this separation, in her solitude, where maybe there was a one night stand and she's really kind of struggling with with the pain of that, or feeling like she's deceived or somehow been disloyal. Okay, so that there's a very strong distinction there, and spirit really wants to come through and say, no, 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 that's that Venus and Virgo being too hard on yourself. You need to see things from a different perspective. Okay, like if you were not in a committed relationship, you're free to do what you feel called to do. All right, it doesn't mean that you sit and you wait, okay, that you put your life on hold while the divine masculine goes through this. Okay. If I knew what I know now, I would have made different choices. Okay, yeah. So again, there's this heavy reevaluation, seeing things from a higher perspective. From the divine masculine. I miss you regardless of how things seem, but this is it coming in. I think the masculine is holding out, holding strong. I'm getting that, the divine masculine views this as a very intense sacrifice, but one that really needs to be made. Okay. Sorry, I kicked the camera, you guys. A sacrifice that needed to be made. And again, because we're being called with this energy to see things from both perspectives, not me versus them. Okay, we're synthesizing opposites, but we're also being called to find solutions, to come from a place of a higher perspective, to see what's best for both of you. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on in this reading. And the divine masculine is doing that, which is a beautiful thing, because it means he's starting to see things from a higher perspective. Okay. Now we get, would you reject me? Ooh. So I am really picking up on this scenario with the feminine, that the feminine didn't wait around. Okay. And there may be some guilt associated with that. Okay. The divine feminine may have felt or given up on this journey, on this twin flame love, and moved on with somebody else. Because I pick up that she felt that, the time that it was taking to come into union or to come into reunion with this person, it was taking too long, and started to second guess whether or not it was actually going to happen. All right. And may have moved on with someone else. But there's a sense of regret. But Spirit's really coming through strong here to tell you that this wasn't something that you did wrong. Again, if it was a third party situation, you guys were in union, that's a different story. But for those of you who were free and clear of commitment, I feel like I feel like you're feeling regret, and you're worried that, having moved on with somebody else, or even having had a one night stand, is somehow as if you were stabbing your divine masculine in the back. And if they're not here with you in the 3D, it's like I'm getting this like intense devotion coming from the feminine. But Spirit's saying, you know, it doesn't mean you have to wait around either. Holding space for the divine masculine doesn't mean that you're putting your life on hold here. Okay, and somebody needs to hear that because they're really regretting something. Again, it's different, okay? It's different because if you guys were in a committed relationship and there was a third party situation, you know, I do think there's some sort of reevaluation of thoughts and beliefs there, but I'm not judging, okay? And so if that did happen, I do feel as if the feminine here is feeling remorse, or again, flop the energies, because it could have been the masculine that, you know, that stepped out on his partner here. Okay, if this is a relationship that you have had in the 3D, okay, if not, it could be going back to previous lifetimes, things that have happened between you guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the love and lust cards. The first one is, you are secretly waiting for their return. Yeah, this is the feminine. You've kept it on the low. Stay patient. They're coming, but don't let it be known. Yeah, and stop beating yourself up about the past. Wow, okay. And you get enchanted romance that's meant to be, protected by divinity, true love that stands the test of time. Two souls are called to come and rise. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. Yes. I mean, the confirmation here in this reading is out of this world, you guys. It is out of this world. The divine feminine, you're secretly waiting for their return. Stay patient, it's coming, but don't let them see you sweat. Focus on you, focus on your alignment. All right, the divine masculine, this is an enchanted romance that's meant to be, protected by divinity, true love that stands the test of time. Two souls are called to come and rise. Okay, so you guys, if you're in separation, be patient. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to. This is a challenging time. There's solitude on both sides. There are regrets coming through on both sides. Okay, but there's stuff that needs to be worked through so that you guys can come into union, and you need to trust that. You need to trust that, okay? We got the twin flame card, and we also get reversible. So no matter what has happened between you guys, if you were in union, now you're in separation, remember that can all be reversed. If we're talking about past lives and you guys have hurt each other or what have you, that can be reversed. If you don't know this person and you guys are in separation, separation can be reversed. But it's really important, you know, the choice here is for you to focus on unity, that you are already married. Focus on love, that you are love. And this is the best thing you can do, coming into alignment that will bring you into unity in the 3D. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.